I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over yourself.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right, people. Welcome back to the show. I am Manning's Man, and this is I Am Sure Sport, and this is some score update in the EPL. We just saw an exciting finish in the game. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. What a game. You understand me? Good game of football. Coming from 2 goals down to win 3-2 with the last kick of the game. Several penalty calls that could have been given, were not given for handball, but the Arsenal triumph again in the EPL. Yes, people, I'm so excited. But we're going to run through the day's action for those of you who probably, you probably missed the game. There was an early game, right? We're going to give you some score lines in terms of the games. But welcome to the channel. Like I said, I am Manning's Man. This is I Am Sure Sports. If this is your first time on the platform, please remember to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe. And remember to share, because sharing is caring. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. So we had a very good week, and a weekend where many persons' prediction in terms of scoreline would have been off, but in terms of who would win the games, they probably got all of them. So let me give you some update. I know people are going to say this is a lucky game, but if you're going to win titles, you're going to need a little bit of luck. And that's just the truth. I don't think this was luck, however, because I'm going to show you why I say that. But if you're going to win titles, you are going to need a little bit of luck. But this was not a lucky win for Arsenal. And I am going to tell you why I say this was not a lucky win for Arsenal. This was a game that Arsenal dominated, I would say, from the first goal was scored by Bournemouth. But let's get to it. The first game of the morning, we saw Manchester City going up against Newcastle. Manchester City defeating Newcastle. Good goal by Phil Foden. Then Pep made a change and he brought on Bernardo Silva, who just scored when Newcastle at that time was having the better of the play. The game ended that the first game of the morning ended with a 2-0 victory from Manchester City. All right, so Manchester City, they moved up to 58 points and they won their game over Newcastle. Newcastle has been on a little slip, right? I think years ago, when the last time Newcastle played in a finals, right, in a cup final, their form dipped almost immediately and they ended up like in the bottom half of the table. I hope there's no reoccurrence of that in this season, right? So Manchester City with a 2-0 victory. Big up all the persons in the chat. Yeah, man, KS Sports TV. Yeah, man, feeling great indeed. Kevin Williams says, it's a lucky side. I hear you. Mr. United says, you just hurt my feelings, bro. How did I do that? Oh, you wanted us to lose. I see. Mr. United up. Marlon says, man is man. I hope they are not Man U fans saying, look, remember, Fergie time. Kingley says, ain't going to lie. You guys are good, but I am still backing City. He is a Chelsea man, and he is backing City. He doesn't want his London rivals to win. You understand me? Fresh God says, man, go to your bed, but you come make sure. Big up Fresh God. Bertha in the building, people. We're gonna do a show with Bertha next week, because Bertha is the natural herbs and healing man, and he's going to tell you some things that you can use to stay in health, all right, and in good condition without buying pharmaceutical drugs, right? So we're going to talk to him, all right. So Manchester City, they defeated Newcastle by 2-0. That was the first game of the morning, Manchester City. And then we had Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea fans must be happy. Chelsea, they defeated Leeds, right, by 1-0. Wesley Fofana with a 53rd minute strike. But the game was very balanced, right? If you look at the possession, 59% possession for Chelsea, 41 for Leeds. 3 shots on target for Chelsea, 2 for Leeds. 13 shots in all for Chelsea, 11 for Leeds, right? So Chelsea picked up 2 yellow cards. Leeds had more corners incidentally, right? So again, Chelsea winning a game, you can say it is close, which keeps the coach in the job. All right. Big up, Cleon. You understand me, big coach. Coach, Arsenal don't do anything easy. You have to have a good heart to back Arsenal. Definitely. Indeed. Pepsi in the building. Gunners for life. I am telling you, I'm feeling a piece of joy with the 63 points that I have right now. I'm kind of dealing with the small stuff, I'm kind of covering the other small games before I get to the real big one and give you like stats and breakdowns, all right? And the lines are also open for all the Gunners to call in and tell me how you feel and how you felt throughout the game, right? So all the Gunners, you can call in and we can have a conversation. It is Arsenal Day to celebrate. So Chelsea won their game. Listen, there are a couple of other results that I want to go to before I go to the Arsenal game. Aston Villa defeated Crystal Palace by 1-0. Cheek Doucouré picked up a red card in the 62nd minute. We have a caller calling in. Yes.
Boy, you break my heart, boy.
Oh, did I break your heart now, Carl? You really expected Arsenal to lose?
Well, I didn't expect them, but I want them to lose.
Oh boy, I know. Maybe a lot of our rivals were were super excited and say, yes, Bournemouth, hold them, Bournemouth.
Brother, but when me see the two love, me say, well, I don't know about busting, but why, brother? Oh, I know the last minute, man. God, boy, that that just oh boy.
No, man,
But
but
means
go ahead.
means a Man U supporter still, but if me can cut it down little by little to give me hopes, but why this one is like a dagger, bro.
You have a big challenge and tomorrow though, Carla.
Yeah, but it's me can't fight tomorrow fight. Me fight tomorrow, but me have to fight today. Because remember saying, I know where you win tomorrow, make you win the league. You have to, if you wanna lose one heap of game, you not have a chance.
Okay, I hear you. But you watch the game. When you look at this Arsenal team coming from 2 goals down, do you believe that Arsenal can win the title, given what you have been seeing of them this season?
All right. Means a football. Me say football two way, right? From my brains and from my emotions, right? I'm emotionally attached to Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, Arsenal can win the league. And at them, in my opinion, them are the favorite to win the league. Because they are just playing good. And today win wasn't a lucky win. Bournemouth was lucky today.
Yeah. I think so. I think Bournemouth was the luckier team today because I mean they scored in the 11th second of the game,
Right.
Yeah, that's time. And then in the first half, they scored in the first 10 minutes of the second half as well.
Right. And then the corners was like 16-1. So that you can imagine how much pressure that was,
And almost 30 shots Arsenal had,
Yeah.
In one game. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody have to win for somebody lose. It hurt me, but enjoy your win.
Yeah, but what about your game tomorrow?
Well, as I said, I think you can win. Liverpool not playing good. They're not playing good. We can go there, put them under some pressure, and well, we feel like we can beat them.
All right, give me a score prediction for tomorrow's game.
That's 3-1
in favor of Man U.
Yeah, but without a doubt.
All right. We're going to have the show after the game tomorrow, so make sure that you are on I'm Sure Sports tomorrow.
yeah, sure, okay.
All right, big up yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yes, people. So Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0. Let's go to some more games, right? So Aston Villa, they won. Then I want to listen. Brighton defeated West Ham. West Ham are in problems, people. I did say David Noyes is going to be in some problems. In this one, West Ham got a heavy defeat, 4-0 by Brighton. Alex McAllister with an 18-minute penalty. Joel Veltman, 51st minute goal. Kuru Matoma, 69th-minute strike. And Danny Welbeck, the Manchester United, then Arsenal man, then scored. I think this sound like a Arsenal fan right here. How you doing? Paula, welcome to the show.
Mornings, man. Mornings. You know what have been taking us over the line for the past 5 or so games?
Yes.
Depth. Our depth, man. Our depth that people say we don't have been working for us. Look at our games, man. If you all don't believe, if you never believe, then I sure you must believe now, man. I've been saying this from the season start. Man, start to say it with your chest. We are winning this title. Arsenal is winning this title. Oh my God. It was nerve-wracking. But when Nelson put that ball in the back of the net, oh my God, I can't explain the feeling, man.
Very, very good strike.
What a strike. Yeah. What a strike of quality. And I'm telling you, that people underrate Nelson. But he has been doing since he went to to Germany and back, I've seen improvement in his game, you know.
No, man, he
It's
was in
just a
Germany.
pity that
Wasn't in Holland?
is Haaland it was in Germany?
No, he didn't go to Germany. Reece Nelson went to Holland. He was in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, it was Haaland.
Yeah, I think it was Feyenoord or one of those teams, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks for the correction.
Yeah, man.
But since he went there and come back, I'm seeing where he has improved. And I don't have a problem with him being Saka back up. I'm telling you. He before he got injured, he came on and he won us the game as well. So I'm liking our depth. I'm liking how we look. And this 3 points today was given that we won the game in hand against Everton, and then we pull out this victory today. I mean, I always know we're going to win the league, but they sign it for me today, man.
Yeah, man.
They sign it.
How much credit to give to the coach? Because 2 of his substitute end up scoring. So Reece Nelson scored, Ben White scored, and Reece Nelson also had an assist, you know, because remember it was Reece Nelson who.
Yes, it's an assist.
Yeah,
he assisted Ben White.
Yes. I mean, the coach put on Emil Smith Rowe and then took him off and put on Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson swing that ball all the way over to the back post from the left side, and Ben White one time finish, bam. You know,
one time finish. So I have to give the coach. Yeah, man, I give the coach an 8 out of 10. I didn't have a problem with the starting lineup because if certain man can't play against Bournemouth, I don't know when they are going to get game time. And man like Very need game time. So I thought it was a strong enough starting 11 to be able to put away Bournemouth. But let me tell you this is the English league. It have no easy game in the league. And after getting boxed down by City last week, I know they were going to come back and try to be fast out of the block, which they did. But tell you what, these wins like these is what gonna win you title.
All right, when you're rough, answer this one, because as a King Lee saying the ref, an Arsenal fan, look how long the man fi blow off the match. But didn't the goalkeeper go down pretending to be injured and he come back come haunt him?
Yes, because before the stoppage time even started, right as it was about to start, the goalkeeper went down for almost an entire minute. So that extra minute in the extra time was as a result of that.
As a result of that.
So,
but I think that Arsenal, you know, that ball that the guy used him hand and hit on the post, you know, that should have been a penalty, you know.
I think at least one out of those 5 penalty shot, at least one we should have gotten. But tell you what, 3-2, I will take that all day, man is man. Man is man, what I wanted to start to do, right?
Yeah.
Start to put it out there. Talk it with your chest now. I mean, you're not brave like me.
No,
because man, I've been saying this from the start of the season. You are cranky. Hold on. You are cranky because you're afraid of demon. No. When demon them come out and talk about this and that, I want him come on the phone, come debate with me now and talk about that.
No, demon not going to talk until after Liverpool game, depending on the results. You're not going to hear from him until tomorrow evening, depending on how Liverpool game goes.
Hello, I wouldn't mind and slap one for man who
still. We not too pressure Demon because we want him to do work for me.
We want him to do work for you and keep our money, you know, because they're on farm and I'm not afraid of them, but they're on farm. So I wouldn't mind and slap a 1-0 on them still. But I want you and Cranky now. I'm giving you the vote of confidence.
No, man, cranky, man. No, man, cranky. But I have said before that I believe Arsenal, remember, from the beginning, you know, I said if Arsenal can keep their starting 11 fit from the very beginning for the season, we will win the title. My concern was the depth in the squad. But now we get Jorginho, we get
So what do you think about the depth now? Tell me, man, what do you think about the depth?
Yeah, the squad is deeper, but we just pick up 2 injuries now. Because Trossard, we don't know if he's going to be out for long. And Eddie Nketiah is out, and Gabriel Jesus is not
Eddie
back.
Nketiah.
So
yeah.
You don't want Jorginho didn't play today, you know, and he wasn't on the bench, right?
Yeah.
So we just.
I probably think those. Let's hope those are some niggas. I mean, how much game we have remaining? About 2 before the international break? 2 or 3?
Yeah, the international break is the end of the month, basically. Well, the 19th. So we have 2 games. We have 2 games left before
2
the international
games
break.
and a Europa.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can if we can get over the line and get those 6 points in the bag, go on the international break, get the man some break and come back with 10 games and the stretch man is man. The dream is alive and well. Arsenal, come on, you Gunners. Big up yourself, man is man.
All right,
Start to speak it with your chest up, big and broad and wide. It's coming up. No, man, I answer that. Wait a minute.
All right, big up yourself, Flavor Box.
Yeah, but
yeah. All right, the Arsenal fans are certainly happy today. Brighton 4, West Ham 0. Big up, Rob R. Bless up yourself. You understand me? All the other person. Remember, as you come on to hit the like button, let's go to the next fixture because this now is a surprise for many of us. Tottenham losing. I think I predicted this. We call this one the Iron Balloon, but today he burst the net of Tottenham. Adama Traore in the 82nd minute gave Tottenham gave Wolves a goal that led to a Tottenham defeat. Oh my word. Tottenham, listen, if Liverpool wins tomorrow, wow, that fourth spot is almost like in Liverpool's hand. If Liverpool wins tomorrow, you understand me? Listen, and the people, Kevin, you're saying that even if City beats us and we lose no other game, City cannot win the title because we're still leading City by 5 points. And we don't need to beat City too. All right? You understand me? So that is it. Yeah. So Arsenal have to lose 2 games basically. 1 to City and some other team. So they have to hope. And they can't drop any points either. So they have to go undefeated for the season if the only game we lose is against them. Right? So Liverpool, a door has been opened for Liverpool because Tottenham and Newcastle lost. If Liverpool win, that 4th place battle is going to tighten. I am telling you. All right. So, and then, I mean, the other game will be played later today. Now, I have to come off here, I have to go on a more stat-based site to show you what took place in the Arsenal game today. I'm going to give you the real stuff of the Arsenal game because it was a dominant performance. This Arsenal performance today was dominant, people. All right. So, yep. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. There we go. All right. So, look at it. So, there we go, people. So, you see the starting 11. I mean, the player with the best stats in this game, very strange. They have Philip Billing of Bournemouth. His stats were like 8.0, right? They have him as with the best stats, right? For the game, very strange. I don't think that is so, right? Benjamin White had a 7.2, and Reece Nelson had a 8.5. Smith Rowe, as you know, he came off because he had a little niggle again. Same thing with Trossard. So again, Smith Rowe picked up an injury. That's why you see the red right there. And so he had to come off, having come on to replace the man there early in the game. He replaced Trossard. All right. So very, very interesting time. When you look at these people, look at this ball possession. This is not a lucky game, people. Look at the ball possession. Are you able to see it? Ryan LFC saying that we're not winning the league. Right, today, every Liverpool fan and Manning's man are brethren. Me not want to argue with you. Liverpool, big up on yourself. Today, Me not want to argue with Liverpool fans can tell me anything they want, and I will not even argue with them. Yeah, both are we. But you understand me? So big up. Hey, number one guy saying Arsenal lucky. People, let's look at the stats in the game. Bournemouth got a lucky goal as soon as the game started. Look at this, people. These are the stats in the game. Right? Ball possession, 81% for Arsenal. Watch this, people. Let's just go through slowly. 81% for Arsenal. 19 for Bournemouth. Come on, man. Look at the total shots. When last you watch a game where one team has a total of 31 shots, 9 on target to Bournemouth, 4. And they got 2 goals from their 4 shots on target, right? 10 off target. They actually blocked 12 of the Arsenal shots. Arsenal had 17 corner kicks to Bournemouth 1. All right? Look at this again. Big chances. Arsenal missed chances. Hit the woodwork. Counter-attack. In everything. Shots inside the box. Shots outside the box. Right? The Bournemouth keeper had more saves. Right? Look at the passes. Come on now, people. Come on. Almost 1,000 passes completed by Arsenal. Come on now. This is not a lucky game. This is not a lucky game. Accurate passes, 89%, 654. This was not right. Look at the dribbles, possession loss, duel one. In every area, Arsenal led. So for those who say it's a lucky game, it's not a lucky game. How do we get to lucky? What he's saying is that everybody expected Arsenal to slap up Bournemouth, and they won at the last moment, right? So, about number one guy, come on now, number one guy, man. A win is a win. It don't matter if you win in the first minute or in the last minute. But big up Liverpool, you understand me? Big up our Liverpool fans. Liverpool a big club. You understand me? Tomorrow, I am going to see if I can purchase a front seat on the Liverpool wagon. What a front seat for the Liverpool wagon tomorrow. Come on, Liverpool! Come on, Liverpool! Come on, Liverpool! Come on, Liverpool! And I heard that Harry Potter visited Graham Potter today to help him with the victory. But people, tomorrow is going to be very interesting. Right? Here's why. Let's look at the table. Given the results today, there are some problems. Look, right? Let's look at the top 4 race in particular. Look at this, people. All right? Look at this. So Liverpool have played 24 games. Tottenham has played, look, Liverpool 24, Tottenham has played 26. Liverpool have plus 12. If Liverpool wins this game, they go what? They go to 42, which is ahead of Newcastle and just 2 points behind, watch this, 2 points behind Tottenham, and that would make them now 7 points behind Manchester United. If they win the makeup game that they have, they would go past Tottenham. Mark you, they would have the same amount of games as Manchester United. So, what is the point I'm making? Tomorrow game, if Liverpool gets a result, it puts them in good position. It puts them in good position to begin to sit in that, right in that 4th position, which I think is very important for them, right? which is very important for them. Chelsea also won. Let's see what Chelsea victory did for them. Chelsea victory moved them in the top 10. Finally, we can see them on the table, right? They are behind Aston Villa. So nobody behind them can pass them right now. And they have 25 games, right? So that's Chelsea on 34 points. I don't think they are going to be really contending for top 4, but they are in that 6th, 7th, somewhere right there. Chelsea may end up finishing this season. I don't think they have gelled yet, but I figure that, like I said, I believe that part of the season will get it right at Chelsea. But listen, this I had so many emotions today while the game was going on. Up, down, in between, all around, right? Yep. No, man, we're not worried about our game next week, though, remember, we're not leaving London. We only have 3 games outside of London, I think, for the rest of the season, Arsenal, Liverpool, we have to go to Liverpool. We have to go to City. And we have one other. All our games are going to be in London, right? All our games are going to be in London, right? So, yeah. So, Man City comes to London next week. You understand me? Arsenal, we play Fulham in London next week. So, yeah, I think we are in a good spot. So, I don't know. Liverpool have Bournemouth to play, right? So next week, so I could see, no King Lee, man, no King Lee. I listen. The Fulham team right now not going to beat us, and I think Gabriel Jesus is going to be back. And that is going to add even more depth to this Arsenal team. So, Manchester United versus Liverpool is the big game tomorrow. The Liverpool fans are confident of a win. Of course, a win for them would certainly, benefit the Arsenal cause even more so. So looking forward to that game. You understand me? Oh no, Ryan. All right, let me pin the link for people to join. But listen, all right, people. And Ryan want to come on. So me just pin the link. So if you want to join, if you want to call in, you can call in on the calling number. But Liverpool, I'm putting my confidence in you. You understand me? I'm putting my trust in you. I'm putting my faith in you because I believe you have it in your arsenal. Yes, to do the job for the Arsenal. So Liverpool, just deal with stuff for me tomorrow, please and thanks. Please and thanks. I would certainly Liverpool. Me no prefer Arsenal. You don't want Manchester United catching up, in terms of the amount of titles, I know that you really want, or you'd prefer if Arsenal win the title, because if Arsenal wins the title, you understand me? It means that Manchester United continues. You know the calculation there, the total amount of titles and all of them things there. You understand? So big up fresh God. Yeah, man. So Bournemouth almost beat you at almost. Hey, listen, there's nothing called almost beating football, Last time I checked, you either win or you lose, No almost and then a football. Yeah, someone prefer City to win. But what they don't want to do is Manchester United to win. So they will beat Manchester United because they don't want Manchester United to win. You understand me? So that is what I'm talking about, Fresh. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. But listen, it was a very, very difficult game. Like I say, you had the up and down emotions. Very, very tough, may I tell you. So yeah. Yeah, but the link is pinned. Just do your thing. No, man, but it won't be an easy game for Liverpool, because like I said, but it's Anfield, the game is going to be played, and generally, to be honest, Liverpool normally don't get victories at Anfield. Statistics show the last time Chelsea came 10th, we won the league the following season. All right? No, Fresh God. Of course, listen, Manchester United are in the title race. I am telling you that. They are in the title race. Anybody tell you that Manchester United, they are on good form, they are playing well, so they are in the title race. They are a threat to Arsenal. All right? Yeah, people, we're not going to be long now. We have around an hour we keep in the show, so we have around 23 minutes leave. So if you want to call in, call in. If you want to jump on to the stream, you can do that, right? So, but here is the thing now. Listen, in fact, I think next season is going to be harder for teams to win the league. Chelsea going to get it together. I think Manchester United, Ten Hag going to work that team. All right. City going to buy players. And Arsenal, having won the title, qualifying for Champions League, going to buy players. Liverpool is going to get players. So you see, that top six going to be tough. I am telling you. And ownership of Manchester United may change, which means more money being spent. So next season, I can't tell you that Chelsea going to repeat what they did years ago, because I think next season going to be probably one of the toughest EPL seasons, given what I'm expecting to happen in the league next season. So here's the thing now. So this information came out that Mason Greenwood has rejected, just on the next topic, rejected Jamaica. And he rejected Jamaica. Some are saying, even though he is not a part of Gareth Southgate plans. All right. The article does not have any quote or any conversation where Mason Greenwood says any of these things. All right. So even there's no direct reference or quote to the man saying that. So the first thing is that not because the people are in media and they are not inside Jamaica means that they are credible. It's not everything that the press puts out is actually credible. The point I'm making that even the overseas press can be compromised in what they put out. They can put out stuff because they want to just get Jamaica off the man's back, right? They probably feel like Jamaicans are saying too much and they want to put out this article for Jamaica to leave him alone. Probably his publicists or people could say, listen, just put out that he has no interest in Jamaica because his name is too much out there and too much attention is being placed on him. But there's no direct reference to Mason Holgate. So we don't need to get into cussing and quarreling and say, you see, demand this, demand that. Maybe deep down, he probably doesn't want to. But there's nothing, right? There's nothing that where he's actually cited as saying that. If you go in Google and type in Mason Holgate rejects Jamaica, you will see it. Several stuff are out there. Maybe somebody can pin the link. Big Deal can pin the link for the article. You understand me? Because it is out there. So you have a lot of them are out there. Let me see if I can just read one for you. But there's no direct quote from Mason Holgate. So when we read, we have to read with understanding, because we can be misled if we just clickbait, and that is the problem. Sometimes people just put something there, and because it is there, we just assume that the person said it, when it's not necessarily true. It's not so, right? Because the headline says Mason Greenwood rejects chance to play for Jamaica despite Gareth Southgate ruling out picking him for England, right? And it goes about the charges, right? It says Greenwood, 21, was arrested. He speaks about his release a statement after the charge were dropped, stating that he was relieved. His future club and international level remains uncertain, with a report in the Sun claiming Greenwood will never be selected. You see? Report, all right? Listen what the thing saying, people. I want to listen, because there's nothing that says the player said any such thing. His father, his family, or his representative. He says Greenwood released a statement after the charges were dropped, stating that he was relieved that this matter is now over. It says his future at the club and international level remains uncertain, with a report in the Sun claiming Greenwood will never be selected again for England by Southgate. All right? Greenwood has not played for England since being sent home after his debut against Iceland in a Nations League game in September 2020. Greenwood will still be, it says, he and Manchester City Phil Foden were told to leave for breaking COVID quarantine guidelines to meet two women in the team hotel. It says Greenwood would still be eligible to switch nationality to play, watch this, to play for Jamaica in September, with the forward qualifying for the nation on his mother's side. FIFA rules were changed in 2020, which allow for players to switch. Jamaica Football Federation, right, Secretary General Dennis Chung claimed last month that they would welcome Greenwood should he decide to switch nationality. I don't think we will rule him out, right? And that is Chung quoting, Greenwood has reportedly turned down the chance to represent. You see what he says? So after the Chung thing, they say Greenwood has reportedly turned down the chance to represent Jamaica. His club future also remain in the balance, right? So that is all it says, you know. The thing just said it has been reported. And remember, long ago, before he got called for England, he said he wanted to play for England. So there's nothing recent that would suggest that the man don't want to play for Jamaica. So people, don't just read the headlines. Dive into the article. Dive into the article and read the article. There's nothing. You understand me? We have the oligarch who joined the station.
Afternoon. As stunned at the person's understanding of what was reported. But I like the Sun newspaper anyway, though. A ragtag tabloid. But something curious in there. I am almost for certain that Mason Greenwood's father is the one who has Jamaican connections.
That's what I was told.
As a matter of fact, I'd go so far as to say I'm almost certain that Mason Greenwood's father was born in Jamaica. So
that's what I've been told.
This article I saw that glaring error, and it made me question whether I should listen to anything that the article had to say. And I don't think that we should be thrown off by our newfound mission in terms of the diaspora and reaching out. I think what it should do is solidify and harden our cause for a full court press.
Yeah, like Keter, but there's nothing. All right, say that they got the parenting wrong. You know that all they said is that there's nothing to suggest that they spoke to Mason Greenwood or his family at any point at time at all. No, there's no
No,
conversation.
because they would normally say there when contacted for comment. The JFF would have said the Mason Green would have said, or his agent would have said. So normally you would get a direct quotation
Exactly. So there's
from
no quote.
there's none.
Yeah.
Or it would say sources close to the person.
And what they did as well,
what was clear though?
Here's what they did, right? If you look at how they, because people, listen, newspapers and all of those big things, then do the same thing like what vloggers do, you know. Clickbait. So if you look at the article in the one that I think is in the by this guy called, it is a mail online by Michael Pavitt is a person attributed to this. It has the single thing for open quote and at the end of the England it has close quote and it says reject Mason Greenwood quote unquote, which is reject chance to play for Jamaica despite Gareth Southgate ruling out picking him for England. So they are really saying, all right, we are just going to put this in. That's what they basically saying. We're putting this in there. But the article is not about this. That is why they don't leave it as something said. When you look at it, that is what it is. Because it's not, if it was a quote, they would have the double quoting on both ends. It's not a quote, it's just click baiting. And somebody read that and the man them start beat the man already in a cataract.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So look here. The only thing that is sure there that is quoted enough is that Gareth Southgate said he will never be picked for England. That one is clear.
And even that is why Gareth Southgate.
Are you saying the man is the greatest of all time?
No, Southgate, sorry. But Gareth Southgate can only speak for while he's the coach.
Exactly. The FA would have to come out and say that, or he would have to say that the FA has given us those instructions. Right? And you are correct. It is really under his tenure. But the truth of the matter is the young man is 22 years old and the fight for his allegiance, I think, will take center stage in world football. And I encourage the JFF, Coach Hal Grimson, Dennis Chung, the High Commission in England, the Consulate, everybody, Marcus Gale, Fitzroy, Simpson, Dean Burton, Darren Moore, the whole of the people, rush him out until the man see the light.
Yeah,
don't give up the fight. It's a declaration of war.
And not only that, you know what I believe too? I believe that his handlers could say, listen, the man name is popping up every day on social media. All right? Especially probably in the Jamaican space. So let's put that he has no interest out there in representing Jamaica, and people will probably let it go. That could also be it, because when you're the PR person, you have that responsibility, you know. We have that responsibility, like the publicist, to ensure you put out stuff to protect, or to promote, or to project your client. And they could be doing that.
It's a lot of speculation, right? It's a lot of speculation. And the truth of the matter is that I am just saying, like Garnet Silk and the song with Garnet Silk and Richie Stevens, never give up the fight. And the fight is not over until Miss Kitty has sung, you know, as they would say. And so even if it's true, I think it's a shot over the bow. And we need to fire back with the heavy guns. they also make it clear so that everyone would know that it wouldn't be Gold Cup or anything like that. It would be September. So
I think
it will be next year's Nation League and CONMEBOL, and I
yeah,
can't see how a player turns down the opportunity to go to CONMEBOL, play against Lionel Messi, play against Neymar. He's a striker, so come up against the likes of Thiago Silva, his own teammate Martinez, Lisandro Martinez, Martinelli. There's just a lot of competition when you will be sitting at home looking at the Euros, knowing that it will never happen for you while the South man is there.
the
You'd have to
biggest
wait.
thing for me is that they have confirmed that he can play for that's one of the biggest thing for me in the article, that they have come out and categorically stated that if he wants to, come September, he could play for Jamaica. That, to me, that is the biggest thing in the article.
Well, that is true. That is true. Although
Because
the truth of the
not
matter is
only
that
doing sometimes, sorry, Ketark, sometimes like even like a Reese Nelson, some people are questioning whether or not he can. What I have heard from this is basically saying to me, Mason Greenwood can play for Jamaica.
yes,
And the article confirms it.
yes, you are correct. And like I said, I question the journalistic veracity because of the very huge mistake, and it's Mason Greenwood's father who is born in Jamaica. Um, as far as every report, every investigation that I've seen, as a matter of fact, he was the person that was keen on the player representing Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm almost certain about that.
Right, he was the person that was keen on the player representing Jamaica, as he felt that England thing is uncertain with Harry Kane having another at least 4 years.
Yeah, I think, and that connector makes a point here. He says not only that, they basically are saying he ought to reconsider the option of Jamaica in light of Southgate not parting ways with England, not parting ways with Southgate in the foreseeable future. And that's a good point too. It almost sounds like Southgate going to be on for our next fourth World Cup cycle. And if
Yeah, but
Southgate
he's not going. He's not going anywhere.
yeah,
He's not going anywhere.
and if Southgate come out and said that, it's really somebody sending a signal to probably Mason that you probably should look at other options right now.
So so the last thing I would say on it, because it's very speculative, is that fans wait to see what the diaspora committee and the former players come back to us and say.
Yeah, man, because you see, people start gone, man. If people have gone down a bad road already, man.
And I would urge those persons who are using that slur about the R word. You are part of the problem. You are part of the problem, right?
Yeah, and listen, if Mason, boy, sorry.
Let me just, and I'm saying to you, it is happening more often than you think. The Moroccan central defender who is at Paris Saint-Germain, he's in Bangladesh now, charged with the same.
The
Hakimi. Same. Yes. So it can buck up and run up on anybody.
I just saw that, and I'm beginning to wonder. I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if.
So you have to know. We have to know. We have to. When a man is exonerated, brother, and you a man like this pilgrim, yourself, you want to be the judge and the execution like you are Jesus Christ. I you sit on the right hand of the Father. Yeah, we see video of the man. There's no video. There's some photographs. What I do know, we do know for fact that was reported in the court that the witnesses, multiple witnesses, recanted their evidence. And one witness refused to come forward to provide testimony.
Yeah.
What? Who are you? Maybe she would have. They would have said, but I don't know. Maybe they could have said a Photoshop, and she afraid that under testimony, under the oath, and under the thing, you're going to ask and you have to perjure yourself. I don't know. Maybe it's a real thing. Maybe she a breed. I don't know. But at the end of the day, there is a court of law and there's a system of justice in England, in Jamaica, and it says you're innocent until proven guilty, right? And there's a difference between innocent and not guilty. The man is not guilty. The case was not adjourned sine die, meaning adjourned until if further evidence should come to light. He can't be recharged with this. He cannot be recharged with this. Because the matter has been disposed of. So a man who have him daughter might feel away, his sister might feel away, his mother might, have your mother might feel away if it was my mother, if it was your, well, in fact, it is not your mother, it's not your sister, it's not your daughter. And if it is your mother and your sister and your daughter, you should encourage her to persist with charges and to take the stand. But it's not only, you see, if that was the only thing, man, that the young lady didn't want to come forward and provide testimony, it said multiple witnesses recanted their testimony. Meaning you say, yo, but when it said that, or recanted their statements, because there was no trial, recanted their statements. Yeah, but they tell the police that, but then, yeah, when I'm looking at myself, no, and I saw it go. So, I don't know. When I stand at the right hand of God.
That connector who is connected says this. Andrew Greenwood, who is Mason's dad, an engineer, is of Jamaican descent. Not seen where it is saying he was born in Jamaica, though.
Okay. Well, like I said, my source could be wrong, but the lineage and the way he would be applying for his citizenship would be via his paternal side.
Yeah.
So I would stand corrected if that is
and listen,
a fact.
for the people who want to ask me if I really think like a player wants to play for Jamaica or is thinking about playing for Jamaica, what that connector answered and said is exactly that. Do you have any evidence that they don't want to? That is it. That is the thing. If you say I don't have any evidence that they want to, I can say to you, you have no evidence that they don't want to. So both of us are at the same place.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the new process.
So part of what I'll say, this is why what the video that we did the other day, that some players like need to just come out and say, yeah, you know what? I'm getting, especially the players who are like 27, who have not yet played for England and still waiting. Some of those players need to come out and say, yes, I would consider playing for, I'd consider playing for Jamaica, I'd consider playing, because that could also put pressure on Gareth Southgate and England. So that is why I'm saying that some of the players probably going to have to start coming out and saying, listen, I'm getting all I want to play internationally.
There could be another sinister one, There could be that Manchester United is saying to him, listen, as a condition of you coming back into the squad, you have to allow this Jamaica rotate here. Because when I fly to the Caribbean and I smoke to weed and sip pina colada on the beach car. That could be, if we're thinking conspiracy theories. And that would mean I hate Ten Hag even more. But
KY says Mason Greenwood will give a live interview on Sky Sport along with Eric Ten Hag and Richard Arnold. He will be allowed to quote his innocence and deliver a message to football fans in the United Kingdom. All right, listen, people. All right. So if you're declared not guilty, it may not mean that you're innocent. but you were not proven guilty if in the court of law. So it don't matter. There are many persons who have done things in life. They go to court and they have been declared not guilty. It don't mean they haven't done it, but the court has freed you of the charges. You understand me? Or the charges have been dropped. Although this is a little different. TikTok. Let me get this one. TikTok. Where is the evidence that Mikel Antonio and what position Mikel Antonio has to tell Mason Greenwood to come to Jamaica? Send me the evidence where the evidence is asking to come and he wasn't interested. Why would he be interested even at that time he was part of the English setup? And where is the evidence of Antonio? I have not heard that from Antonio. People say Antonio said.
Spoke to Tony. He spoke to I remember the podcast and he said he spoke to Ivan Tony.
Ivan, yeah. I don't know about Mason Greenwood.
See Greenwood. So just give us the link.
Yes, so send me. You always want evidence when we say a player wants to play. So send us the evidence that Mikel Antonio spoke to Mason Greenwood.
And the standing that Mikel Antonio has is that he is our poster boy.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, Antonio could say to somebody, come and play, but the player says, listen, what about the coach? I want to talk to the coach. I'm not interested in talk to the coach, and nothing is wrong with that. So that is my position, Keter, that we need to just leave it alone, because you don't, until the player comes out and says, I am not interested in playing for Jamaica, like what his name? Is it Troy Deeney?
Troy Deeney. Dwight Gale.
Yeah. So those guys have come out and said that, and they state why. Why would I play when I don't know anyone there? And there's evidence of those interviews.
And at the end of the day, I would go a step further than you. Until he gets 3 caps for England and is no longer eligible to represent Jamaica, me not give up the fight.
The man is, because the man is 21. You understand me? The man is 21. But Dr. Dan, some of the players have done that. Some of the players have come out and said, why would I play for a country that I have no connection with?
Yeah, but even the man that did say that, I to my certain knowledge, that brother there has made almost a 360, maybe a 359 or 180, and is considering Jamaica favorably.
Who is that?
Because the man, that would have been Isaac Hayden.
Oh.
Right? That was the person that had. And at the end of the day, it is true. If I don't have no connection to Jamaica, I don't have no connection to Jamaica. Old man was a sperm donor and cut gone. Me and my Caucasian mommy grew up. I don't know nothing about the black something there. The Jamaican something there. I don't know the patty something there. The jerk chicken something there. I don't know. I know fish and chips. I know down the pub and, you know what I mean? Me and my mates, me and my lads. But ultimately, when you have to sit back and look at how your career go, sometimes reality checks kick in. And there's a reality, there's a harsh reality about the footballing world, brother. It's a harsh reality.
Yep.
Man know that. And a better roses thing. Because look at Ivan. Even before he think his career is down the pooper. Because he's gone to the Norwich Championship, got re-injured, out again for the season. So,
all right, so here's where you and I are different, TikTok. And I always use my situation. I'm going to give you a good example. I can use a track and field example. Sanya Richards-Ross chose to run for United States and not for Jamaica. That don't make her any less of a Jamaican because she just come back and still donate to her prep school. Brianna Williams chose to run for Jamaica instead of the United States. It don't mean she feel less of a love for the place. People can change their mind and their hearts about things. Not because somebody said today at 20, listen, I don't feel a connection to the place. Why would I play there? None of these guys, including Ivan Toney, he has not come out and said, I have no interest in playing for Jamaica. If he says that, that is different. He says he's still waiting or he's not interested right now. Those are the quotes. And I'm saying nothing is wrong with that.
No, that's it.
That's what I keep on saying. What is wrong with that if the man say, listen, I am going to wait a little longer to decide what I want to do. Nothing is wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. You're correct, man. I have no difficulty what you said. I mean, people understand that. Maybe the man start take medication and say, about the medication that start work yet. When it start work, I'll fix my brain. Maybe come back to you. But there's something that's important I wanted to say. That we rush to judgment. But let me say this for a fact. Right? We spoke about the fact that your parent who is Jamaican may not have played a significant part in your life. Right? Or, as in the case with Troy Deeney, may have played a very bad part in your life. We don't know some of these things. Then you have some other things. I know, for example, let me tell you, a prominent player, right, who could have represented Jamaica, who was considering it. This was around the time of your Clinton Morrisons and shucks, the name slipped out. But you know the reason why that player that time the man ever come around Jason Ewell, Clinton Morrison, why they've got, because when he was a teenager, 2-yard man juke him down and rob him and gold chain and him ring.
Yeah.
So I'm not like Jamaica. No, you know what I mean? It's nothing to do, your experience with Jamaica was a traumatic one in your life. Nothing to do with him, not like him mother and him father. You know, that's why you're nothing. 2 man did rob it down at Brixton, and that is what set in his psyche about Jamaica. We don't know. So just make a process go through. Let those who we have said we are entrusting, the past players, to speak to the end man. Let's trust the coach. Because one of the things, if a man says no, you have to really dig and find out why. Because even you could point to a man and say, let's say Hayden, look here, how old if a man they play for Morocco that never go back to Morocco yet, for the day them born before them get the first cap. There were many of them.
Yeah, but you know what, Ketaraki is a big point. If I were in, say, a Ivan Toney situation, let me tell you, you want to know what I do? I'd wait until I sign my last big contract and then switch. So that means when I'm 27 and my contract going to run out, for example, when I'm 31, I know at that time I've made my money, I'm settled, and my decision to play for our next country not going to affect probably my standing in the club. Some of these players have to also bear that in mind, that maybe if I choose Jamaica right now and I start playing for Jamaica right now and I'm a starter at Manchester United, it may cause me to lose my position in the team and lose money, and my value depreciates. So here's what. Let me wait a little longer, get the big contract, make the decision, so that even if my value depreciate by representing Jamaica, right, internationally, I still am settled with a big contract in terms of the kind of money coming into my hand. So we have to also look at it that way. I'll also say this, and I have one example of this with a player, where they until the relationship with their Jamaican, their father which is their grandfather, was mended, they had no desire to play for Jamaica because there was a lot of unforgiveness because of how they felt like their father was treated growing up and how he raised his kids. So sometimes we need to consider some of those things. I think Cataract was alluding to that earlier as well. So there is a resistance sometimes, but when persons get more mature and them see the light, them can change their mind now. And that way I say, man. And I don't think they're going to give any less. I don't agree with your TikTok because the people who may miss out, Marcus Gale no score for Robbie no score for Jamaica, man. I don't think he came around and gave any less than if you were playing for England. I don't think Marlon King came to Jamaica and gave any less than if you were playing for England. So I don't believe in the idea that you have that when the players didn't get their first option, they don't give as much or they're not as good when they come. I don't subscribe to that because even if they are not as good as in England, they may be better than what we have anyways.
So, man. My last word on this until you move on to our next topic would be, look here. You raise a point about you to Yardy, rob him, and traumatize him. We know that there was, what's his name, who was at Swansea? I think he was at Swansea, the defender. And the man literally said when he read the crime papers and everybody that comes to Jamaica gets murdered. So sometimes you have to talk to the player. And I believe that Coach Hallgrimson has those soft skills. Maybe it's because he's a dentist and used to convince people saying, no.
They say put the cocaine before we put it here. Soften the pain.
I don't know. But I believe that he has the soft skills to be able to. And if at the end of the day a player doesn't want to represent Jamaica, I don't have no ill feelings towards the man. I still check up on Dwight Gale, so that he's playing for, Stoke City. Can't score no goal really, but he's still a starter. And he's 31, 32?
Yeah. I think he's around 32.
More like him. Tried in at 33, 32 again.
Somebody saying you're talking Ashley Williams.
Oh, might have been. Yeah. Right? But at the end of the day, no, man. I think it's not like Kelly, man. It's Kelly. What's his last name, man? A defender.
No, man, not like Kelly. Ashley Williams.
Ashley Williams. Oh, yes. The defender. The defender, yes. But people have their own thing and we have to allow them. You wouldn't want somebody come rush you and tell you where you must go work.
Yep.
You can simply put the proposition to them. And that is why management, one of the things I would want to, because every day we speak on this. Every day I go and drop something publicly and make it, man think about it. I believe that one of the things the diaspora could do, if there is someone who is good in marketing, is to help the JFF or this cause by producing a recruitment brochure. And it's mostly electronic. I'm not really print things no more, right? Come home to Jamaica, come play for Jamaica. The same way that colleges in the United States recruit high school kids. They send you and tell you about the campus, they tell you about the facilities, they tell you about the coach, they tell you about the stadium, videos of the 1998 World Cup qualification. Just a whole marketing that would give you some marketing assets that would assist those people who are going to speak to players. Because quite honestly, a player might know what a football field in Jamaica look like. The most they will do, well, they might go up on YouTube if they want to, but we can't assume that a man is going to take up the time to go do that and nobody playing FIFA 2023. So I think that's something that we could put the funds to use to. to get a professional marketing firm. And I would say maybe one based in England who understands the English culture and what they respond to market to the ethnic community there, to market the Jamaica football dream of 2026. I don't know what you think of it.
No, man, that's a good start, good plan. We're gonna have tomorrow we're gonna have a more fulsome. We're gonna have on some other persons to discuss this. We're gonna get the friends from England to come on, and then I'd love for you to be on the show because this was supposed to be a 1 hour show and it go on. But TikTok, Chris Smith asked you a question that you need to answer because the thing is, my brother TikTok. Here's the thing, because you're going to say I accept anything in order to win. TikTok, the people who we are speaking about are better than the quality we have. So I don't understand your point. It's not accepting anything or anyone. We're accepting better. And there is no proof that you have that these people don't have a heart like you for Jamaica. That's what I'm saying. You have no proof. And I will tell you this, TikTok, there are people who reside outside of Jamaica, TikTok, that their sentiment towards Jamaica is better than people who live in Jamaica. Let me give you, and I'll tell you this, and I have lived this TikTok. There are people right here now that if them get a chance to leave a morning, them gone. And them will tell you that them now come back at the place here. While there are people outside of our geographical borders that if they get the chance to come and settle in Jamaica and know that it will be safe, they will come back right away. So think on those things. But Ketarak, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to get the man who is going to be part of marketing, Chris Deering, to help steer some of these things. So we're going to try and do that, see if we can get it.
So I'm bringing him on the program so we can.
Yeah. I'm going to see if we can do that to get it up for Sunday and thing. You understand me? And we're running with it.
You can take my idea. I won't be here on Sunday. The big sound I work in St. Elizabeth.
Yeah,
that I know for certain.
It's not a clash.
No, it's not a clash. But freshly put on YouTube, just Google Cataract versus David Radigan and see one of our greatest ever victories, the lock off of David Radigan in Boston.
All right.
No, but there's some positive turn. I don't know if you had gone over these things here. Raheem Sterling, who was born in Jamaica, we still must celebrate him as a Jamaican. He returned back to the first team football. He was out injured for a while. Unfortunately, in Chelsea's victory over Leeds 1-0. But it's good to see Raheem Sterling return and play, as one who supports all Jamaicans, regardless of their choice. We don't hate Raheem Sterling because he choose to play for England. The man make him choice. Interestingly, worryingly, I noticed Mikel Antonio was totally not in the squad for West Ham, but they were battered 4 or 5-0.
And this is what I'm saying, like a player like Mikel Antonio, I am telling you that he has suffered at West Ham because of his decision to play for Jamaica. But I don't think it matters so much to him right now because he got his last big contract. And that is what I was alluding to earlier, that kind of thing. But we're going to pick up this conversation. Listen, people, Cataract, thank you as usual. We're going to keep...
There's one more job. Connor Boyce Clark was promoted now on the bench. He's now the second string goalkeeper for the first team at Reading for the last 2 weeks. I've noted it. So congratulations, Boyce Clark.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. I see somebody saying something. Yeah, I'm watching Leeds and Weston McKinney, Tyler, Adam Brandon starting. And when I look at Valencia, Musa starting, and Neil will start in. How do we compete with that? Listen, we're going to pick up this conversation, but again, good win for Arsenal, good win for Chelsea, good win for Manchester City. Sorry, Cataract.
Yeah. So I'm very good at the bottom of the table here. You don't know what I'm thinking. Fight for life,
Yeah, man. So people, big up yourself. You understand me? Big up yourself. Have a good day. I am management. I am sure sport it is. You know what time it is. Arsenal time. Big up yourself. You don't know. At this time we say we are over and we are out. Hit the like button before you go, people. Don't watch the stream and don't like the video. If you don't subscribe yet, subscribe and follow. Bless up on yourself.